It was around 12 a.m. and my friend Avram was at the Kotel, the famous Western Wall. He said it was dark, he was deep in prayer, and all of a sudden this hand reaches out. And he looks up and he sees this old man with a long white beard. And the man says, "Tzedakah, tzedakah." My friend Avram reaches into his pocket to give, but he couldn't even find 1 shekel. All he had was his bus pass. He looks back at the man, he says, "Slicha, ainli, I'm sorry, I don't have anything to give." The old man looks at Avram and he says, "Oy, the pain of not having anything to give." The poor man reaches into his own pocket, takes out a shekel and gives it to Avram. And then again he puts his hand out and says, "Tzedakah, tzedakah." Avram put the coin in his palm. The old man smiled at him and says, "Thank you," and he walks off. Here, this poor old man, he may not have had any money, but he knew that one of the greatest pleasures in life is giving, and he felt Avram's pain of not being able to give. So he wanted to give him the pleasure of giving. You know, everyone has something to give. You don't have to give money to be a giver. Sometimes, in fact, what people need even more than money is your time, your attention, your love, your support, your encouragement, a listening ear. Here we are. We're at a time of year that's full of transition. You know, for kids, it's back to school season. For adults, it's back to work or it's an entirely new job. For the entire family, it's the holiday season around the corner. And sometimes we can find ourselves doing so many mundane or seemingly meaningless things. You know, think about it. If you're a parent right now, you may be running around buying school supplies and shopping for clothing, shopping for school. If you're back to work in the office, it's another mundane day back at the office again. If you're an employer, you're training another employee for another year. And it could all seem so tedious or monotonous or meaningless. But we need a total reframe. Because you're not just some schlepper or shopper or cook. You're doing one of the most meaningful things you can do. You're being a giver. Think about it. You're not just a parent shopping for school supplies. You're a nurturing mother who is giving her child a positive start to the school year. You're not just a husband going off to another day at the office. You're giving and providing your family with everything they need. You're not just another employer training another employee. You're giving someone skills to help them throughout their lives. So remember this. Remember that one of the greatest pleasures in life is giving. And the next time you find yourself doing something that's mundane, see yourself for the giver that you really are. Thank you all so much for listening, and a special thank you to this week's sponsors, the Barb and Ern Gutstein, in honor of the yahrzeit of Barbara's father, Jerry Granick. Gershon ben Moshe Melech Olav Shalom, may his neshama have an aliyah. Thank you to our sponsors, and if you want to send me a message or sponsor the next episode, just email me at hope@h.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.